So what happened there is I started as a secretary and I quickly climbed that chain because I was an overachiever who was really pushing to do all the right stuff. Yes, I can do that. I'll be glad to work overtime. I don't have a family, I don't have children. Let me start. And it started. What happens is I worked and worked and worked. I was single a lot of those years, 100 hours traveling all over the world, doing all this crazy stuff. And I had a health challenge about 6 years ago. So I stepped out of management with a lot of craziness behind it, but I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be a me. I want to work for a me. I don't want to be me anymore. And they let me do it. And golly, the stock didn't go down and nobody died. It's kind of amazing. But I had to realize that, and that's one of the things I think we're all realizing. We get to a point in our lives, it's time to make a transition. How do we do that? But I realized that I have so much strength. I can run a corporate business with my eyes shut. You know, I can walk in and look at a project and figure out what to do with my eyes closed. That's what I did for years. You know, I ran large international global projects. What are you walking from? But now I realize I had a choice. I didn't know that before. Now that you're aware of this, and Connie, you made yourself aware by writing it down, be aware of it, notice, which is what you and your husband are doing. You're noticing when you're having something happen. You know, Janae, you talked about the domestication. Notice when we fall back into that role a little bit, or Kathy, as you said it, I'm sorry, and my head goes down, my whole demeanor changes. Be aware that it's happening. Notice, and then you can choose how you react. Think about things that you love to do, that you really were good at, that maybe because you got married, or you have children, or you've got this, or your job doesn't allow it, that you sort of put on the back burner. And what were you really passionate about? Passions are amazing, and our dreams are amazing, and projects are amazing. What really makes them come true and makes it real is getting into action. Too often we stop. And I have all these dreams, and my to-do list is so overwhelming that I could start crying, so I'm paralyzed, and I do nothing. It's about fear. Again, fear is saying, I'm going to walk through it scared or not. I'm going to get to that other side. Fear always paralyzes us and stops us. It's how do you make yourself walk through that fear?